Hey guys, let's play this game in real time. Arthur MC, I recently just played him with the same name. He knows that I go raise, and last time we played, he demolished me, so I'm not expecting to win this, but let's give it a shot. Fire Badger looks great. This is one of the best starting packs. Fire Badger itself is pretty good. Amplify spec is also good too, although I usually end up selling out of the Sabertooth. Giant's also not bad, but I think I'm going to have to go with the advantageous Storm Crawler setup. Opponent has Spider Fang, which is a good pack to be up against. Cost Control is a pretty good pack. Better than some Farseer or something, because I'm gonna go raise on round 2. I always get the Arc Light. Almost always. Unless I have Steel Balls or this is something weird. But I'd say 95% of the time. Just making sure that I can put 3 packs of rays right in the center. Now the question is he gonna go aggro or standard? I think he's most likely gonna go aggro, so I'm gonna put my crawlers 4 squares from the bottom. So let's see how this works out. Indeed, he is going aggro. Interestingly, he bought a storm pack of his own. Fangs are not that nice to see because my arc lights are usually not going to end up killing all of them instantly. Had they been crawlers, they would just be running right into my arc light. So when the rays come out, they tend to get stuck on the fangs. So I'm eventually gonna have to put another arc light on the right side to take care of those fangs. All right, probably gonna go Wasp. Farseer is probably the best option here, but actually Wasp is pretty bad into all of these fangs. The problem is if the opponent picks Wasp and I go Phantom Ray, then the Wasps are going to AA counter my Phantom Ray. So having Wasps of my own allows me to counter their Wasp, but all the fangs here are pretty problematic. I think I'm gonna have to go Wasp anyways, even though I'm not super excited about it. Fire Badger, I think I might even go for a round 2 oil here, just to take care of all of his fangs. I think this is very early and probably not wise, but I kind of feel like I'm already backed into a corner, even though it's just round 2. The Wasp Farseer drop and all the fangs, and I basically can't even go race, so this is not too optimal. Did not even get a chance to race my crawlers, so this is looking very bad. I think my chances of winning now are 25%. My opponent goes Farseer, which is smart, as Rat says. When in doubt, always go Farseer. Looks like I'm gonna end up winning this round, but that doesn't mean anything right now. Redeployment's pretty good, especially since I misplaced the pack of crawlers. Do I want to redeploy my fire badgers or just throw down some napalm right now? That'd be an interesting play. I think I could get almost all 3 squads here with just a little bit of napalm. Kind of scared to go to go Phantom Ray because it's Farseers here, but not quite sure what else I can do. Going for a 200 cost technology this early is also extremely risky. I think I'm just gonna skip. Actually, I'm just gonna sell this. I'll replace this where I originally wanted to go, and perhaps I'll get range on my arc lights. Get a couple more arc lights. Do the conservative thing. Now it's already round 3. I don't have any Phantom Rays, so it's not exactly Phantom Ray spam quite yet, but things kind of got a little bit... The plans changed. On the bright side, the opponent probably thinks, okay, he's not going to go Phantom Ray, so he hasn't built more AA yet. To be honest, I'm not sure if I can go Phantom Ray. Lose the tower, that's not good. Ops are getting cleaned up. These fangs have gotten a level, which is just adding fuel to the fire. So I think it's now or never. I'm gonna have to go Phantom Ray now. There's nothing I can EMP at this point. I already have redeploy. Cooldown doesn't really make sense for the oil. Skipping. So the good news is he doesn't have any AA except for the one Farseer. So I think we do have an opportunity to get some Ray action in. And can we sell any of these? It looks like we can sell this. Pick Cloak on the Ray just for the 40%. It might help us with the Farseer. Probably gonna want to start getting some levels on the towers. You want to move these wasps somewhere? Maybe. Right, he's got his double redeploy. That was a pretty interesting magic trick. Opponent adds in the second Farseer because he knows that there's always a chance Phantom Ray is coming out, and Farseer is one of the units that it's almost never a mistake to have, two. Having too much, I think, is probably bad. So, looks like moving our Wasp over was a pretty good move. We have 3 packs of Rays, 1 Wasp, versus the two Farseers. We're kind of ahead in terms of things that can shoot up. I like the amplifying core, but I kind of need a level. I kind of need a high level. Not quite sure if it's worth it on this Phantom Ray. I love how you position this so that the Arclight has to shoot the spider. Alright, I'm not sure about this, but if I'm gonna move this over. Is that even far enough back? Okay. More rays. Still doing decent damage. I'm not quite sure if I want to sell this yet. This magician is just moving around his little flank. I don't think it's doing anything though. Okay, so looks like our opponent has gotten the missile interceptor and the Farseers. It's a really smart tech. He's got 3 Farseers now. It's a really good tech. But 3 is kind of it's not super scary quite yet. It's, once he gets 5 or 7, then I might have to click burst. It looks like it was the best move because he wins the round. Bet I couldn't get that last tarantula. So let's see. I could put the rhinos here and explode them, but I'm not sure if it would hit anything. These spiders are pretty far back. Could go rhinos on the flanks and just toss them in, but I think these, at least this farce, at least the right side farcer will attack it. Might be too risky. I think I'll just go for the cell. I'm gonna have to click first now. A couple more rays. But the rays are doing semi-decent. Fuel came off of cooldown, so let's do the old ignite all the fuel trick. I have 1, 2, 3 chaff here. 1, 2. Yeah, here's way more chaff, so I think I might just go for this. Hopefully this doesn't die before it gets the chance to claim. Just move this over a little bit so we have some space for the rays, just to make it look good. Not necessary. 600 left. Go double armor. Alright, well, good news is I'll be able to ignite the fire next turn, and it's kind of stuck on the fire a bit, but that didn't work out. First mode is doing good. Kind of getting stuck on the chaff there, not good. Now the Raiden's coming out. This is quite scary. In limited numbers, it's not really scary, but he's gonna have more and more of these. Fortunately, the power debuff didn't do anything. There we go. We still win. I think we're gonna have to get shield next on the race, just because we see both the Farseer and the Raidens. Alright, another redeploy, okay. Nothing here looks interesting. We're way past the efficient tech stage. Interestingly, this did some damage. I wonder if I need to add in some more wasp chaff. I think that's a good idea. Do I get the shield? No. This is useless now. So how about this? Let's get the shield. And let's get 2 more wasps. This is going to act as chaff for the Raiden specifically. And they do a very good job at distracting the Raidens. Unfortunately, the Farseers are going to shoot at the wasps, but I feel like that's still way better than the Farseers shooting at the race. So we got to redeploy. Do we redeploy this somewhere? Do we redeploy these wasps? Or maybe just this? Not sure. I think the wasps is in a semi-decent position. Maybe I'll just move this closer. Never mind. Okay, so we have a very, very strong side here. Bang tech. Good thing I got the shield. Okay, very bad that I lost the tower. This is not a good time to have a debuff. I find the Raidens to be especially strong when they're pumped up together. But it's not strong enough versus the Rays and the Wasps. The shield was really good to get. Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm kind of doesn't really kill the Raidens. It weakens them a bit. It'll kill all the chaff. There's so much chaff here. I think that we need to consider that. Lightning Storm's really bad for my Wasp chaff, but I can move 1 pack over. I'll most likely be moving a high level pack over. Not quite sure what to do. I think 2,000 damage. I'm gonna have to hit it 8 times. I don't know. I'm just gonna go for it. It seems to be the least risk thing to do. I'm gonna move the wasp pack over somewhere. Need another level for sure. I'm gonna start borrowing. This is getting to be close to the end of the game. No need for the Fire Badger. Probably need to get some more arc lights, but not quite sure if you want to waste deployments. We just go conservatively. More rays. Get on there. Get the 3rd attack. 2nd attack upgrade, I mean. Okay, so we have War Factory. I think I like this because the War Factory pretty much gets one-shot by... What the... Okay. Should have upgraded that tower a bit more. War Factories kind of get one-shot by the rays. It's just if the ratings have enough to take care of the rays before that happens. So I'm thrilled to see the War Factory. I think he just could have just kept going, more Raidens or some AA Wasps of his own, or even AA Mustangs. War Factory doesn't really make sense. Extended range as well. Okay. I think this was a huge mistake. I'm not gonna get melting point. I just want something to sell it, and hounds are interesting. They can set some fire, but you know they're gonna get killed too quickly. Extended range, war factory. What do I do? Um, Hounds make sense. Throw some fire down. Here, here, here. They'll get one volley off. How many hounds? Four hounds. All right. This is gonna be crazy, but get at least another level, perhaps even two. How do we use the hounds so they? I don't want to waste. I don't want to lose a game just because I double tech a hound. Get the fire. I'll put them up here so at least they can get a shot off. But this isn't going to be some amazing result here. I get some fire down? Okay. I got a couple slivers of fire down. Is that enough? Is that worth it for the hounds? You know, I don't really think so, but probably more worth it than going open war crime. I think I have this one. He doesn't have enough ratings. Should have put that extra level on, but it's not going to matter. All right. Improved extended range war factory. Decreased HP by 40%. Yeah, I think this was a huge mistake. At least get the war factory with missile interceptor, but then I already have burst. Okay, I just noticed now that he tried to go wasp and he even double teched them. This wasp pack did pretty well. Even better than those initial two Raidens. These Raidens still put in some good work. Yeah, I think it was because of the electrical storm he decided to pivot. I think I don't remember if that's when he got the war factory, but it could have been a high leveling play where I think you're gonna do this, so I'm gonna move all my army over here. But I don't think you have to be worried about the electrical storm. You have 16,000. If anything, get another defense upgrade. Your Raidens, they're they're either gonna get, if they get hit by one ray with burst, having 10% health or having full health, it's the same thing. So it doesn't really. I don't think the lightning will kill the Raidens. So I'm also surprised he did not go lightning storm on my wasps. Obviously, if you go lightning storm on the rays, you might kill some level 1 rays, but level 2, level 3 is going to be fine. The fire was kind of interesting. I think it was worth it. Looking at the couple pockets of fire and all the chaff kind of running in, so I think it was worth it, but it's more like compared to all the other options, had there been some Vulcan available, I think I would have much preferred that, but this is kind of like the poor man Vulcan. Kind of surprised that putting them all in the front, allowing them to get one shot, maybe even before they get a volley off. Well, they did all get one volley off, so I'm surprised that didn't end up being really stupid. So yeah, I think if the opponent just kept going Raidens more Wasp with AA, forget about this uh, extended range War Factory and all that stuff. I think there's a good decent chance he could have won. I do have some chaff clear with my arc lights, some limited chaff of myself. Well, anyways, thanks a lot for watching, and hope you have a great day. Let's go back to that round where my opponent went War Factory and see what would have happened if he just continued to go Raiden. So I'm going to take over the round as Arthur. I'm going to go Lightning Storm myself because there's a couple packs of Wasps I can hit. You might want to put it here, but we all know that the Wasp high level is going to get moved, and there's nothing really in this corner. This is a much juicier target, in my opinion. I think we want to sell the Tarantula with the Amplifying Core and our level 2 Raiden. We have 2 redeploys, so why don't we get some of these Raidens out of here? Put them on the other side. I'm going to borrow. We have enough to get the electromagnetic shot. The electromagnetic shot is crazy good when you have chain and range and you're going against Rays. It is kind of doubles your damage with just that one tech, if not even more, because all the chained units will lose their shield. And click that and speed. Let's see how this goes if we don't go War Factory. Lightning Storm is hitting the Raidens, but not really hurting them that much. The Raidens are doing a lot of work here. They're chaining all of the Rays, demolishing them. Still so many Raidens left over. You have to be careful. This deadly raid crowd is coming. Can we get the debuff? Yes, we can. And now let's see. There's almost a similar number of Raidens to Rays. And Raidens will just clean everything up. Almost too decisively. We did 1400 damage. We were both at 2k health. It's not enough to be lethal, but the thing is, when you have this setup and triple tech Raidens in these numbers, if you add a few more, like 3 more on the next round, it's just gonna it's gonna snowball. There's very little I can do. I could build more wasps, perhaps, to soak up the chaff, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Shield on the wasps potentially, but it's just when you're going against what's gonna be 10 plus Raidens with chain and EMP, you're gonna need more than just 6 packs of wasps. If this is what actually happened next round, I think I would go for a miracle Hail Mary War Factory with Photon. Probably put it in the corner, a couple missiles, try to get a tower snipe. So something very desperate. I don't even know if that would work, but that's probably what I would attempt. So the opponent really had the game won. He threw it by going extended range war factory. It was just a mistake, and when you're playing these kind of games, you really can't afford to make a mistake like that. So, anyways, thanks again for watching, and hope you got something out of that.